take a look at this planted tank as well. Look at all the varieties of plants in here. The shrimp are in this bag right here just swimming around. I'm gonna do something risky right now. Whoa. Hey guys, and welcome back. I am Watanabe, and today we're gonna be doing some maintenance on the Betta tank right here. The tank has not been doing too well. There's a lot of algae growth, but the fish have been doing alright, so that is good. Let's take a closer look at that tank. So this here is the side view of the tank, and right here is the Betta fish. This is a mustard gas half moon plakat, and he's looking really good. He's been eating really well. We'll feed him later, but you can see the water level is pretty low, so we're gonna have to top this tank up, do a little bit of a water change. If we look from the side, you'll see a lot of algae growth on the Java moss. The Java moss has been doing alright. You can see the Pristella tetras as well, doing fine. But then there's a bunch of algae, so we're gonna have to try to clear that today. Maybe we'll get a few shrimp for this tank in the near future, or some snails. I'm thinking of shrimp. So yeah, let's get started with the water change. So the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this cover off. This is just an egg crate cover that I cut out to fit the top of the tank, and I have to get the light, put the lights down as well. We got the lights down now. All I do is just lift this thing up. That's all. Put this down there. You can see I cut out a hole right there. That's for this peak, and you can see the moss is drying out a little bit, but that's no problem. Look at all that algae there. It's kind of hard to see from the top here, but I'm gonna have to try to get that all out. Let me show you from the side. So here you can see all that fuzzy stuff. That's all algae or whatever. I'm not too sure what it is, but we're gonna have to try to siphon that out. It's gonna be a little bit difficult, and I might end up pulling some of the Java moss out, but it's alright. We'll just do the best we can. So I was siphoning out the algae using this little siphon right here, and the algae started to turn into a ball like this. It kind of looks like hair algae that just clumped up. So I'm gonna try to do the same with all these ones here and see if we can get it out. So right here is that clump that we just took out, and we got some of the moss as well, but it's alright. At least we got the algae out, so let's keep doing that with the other ones. Alright, so I've taken out some water, and right now I'm topping the tank back up. You can see back there, that's the water flow. That's how I fill my smaller tanks back up, using the RODI. Here's the dirty water. You can see some of the moss and the algae in there. I'm gonna throw that away. But there's still some algae in this tank. You can see some of it is gone. So my plan after this tank is fully topped up with water is to go to the fish store and maybe get a few amano shrimp for this tank, maybe 2 or 3 amano shrimp, because I have amano shrimp that have done really amazing job with cleaning the algae, especially hair algae in my tanks. So I believe that they can do the same thing with this tank, but I'm not too sure. We'll have to experiment and see what they'll do. Look at this platypus right here. But yeah, once this tank is filled up, we'll head to the fish store. Alright, so I kind of knew this already, but the tank is taking forever to fill up. I've been here 10 minutes now, and the tank hasn't filled up at all. You can see, still working its way up. But I'm gonna do something risky right now. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to the fish store right now, get the amano shrimp, have my lunch because it's almost 1 o'clock, it's lunchtime, gotta get some lunch. And I'll come back in time before this tank is even filled up. I've done it before, it's definitely possible because this RODI system is really slow, and I should do buckets, which I actually can do because I've got my water stored in a huge bucket, but I kind of want to do it this way today. So yeah, let's do this. We're on the way to the fish store right now. It's a beautiful day today. It just rained this morning, so it's really cooling. We're on the little scooter right here. And look, brand new tarmac. Really nice to ride on. But yeah, you gotta be careful. So I'll see you there shortly. Alright, we're here at 181 Aquarium today. Some of you may wonder why I'm always here at 181 Aquarium, because it's 5 minutes away from my home, man. That's the reason. But yeah, we're here today to get some of this amano shrimp in this tank. We'll get a better look of it later, or now if you want. Yeah, I'm not so sure if you know how to focus and stuff, but yeah, so those are the amano shrimp we're gonna get. Take a look at this planted tank as well. Look at all the varieties of plants in here, the stem plants, the mosses, the nubias. It's just crazy, so many colors. It's really nice. Here's another tank, and then another one here as well. So I almost screwed up, guys. I'm back home now. I mean, I actually kind of did screw up. You can check out the tank in just a moment, but I got back home, checked the tank. It was to the very top, and I turned off the tap straight away. But take a look at this. The beta is still in there. I'm glad he didn't jump out. So now I'm gonna have to siphon some of this down into the bucket. But take a look. Right to the very top. That is crazy. So I'm gonna siphon that out. The amano shrimp are still in the bag here. We'll acclimate them in just a while. And here, wherever it is, just hold on a second. Oh, it smells so good. Here is my lunch. Alright, now it's time to siphon out some of this water. This is crazy. Close call, guys. Don't try this at home. So I've siphoned out the water. The shrimp are in this bag right here, just swimming around. So I'm gonna acclimate them in the tank right now. Just like that. And the pump is running, so everything should be all set. So while the shrimp are being acclimated in the tank, I'm gonna go and have my lunch. This here is chicken rice. You saw me waiting at the stall just now, and it's a local food, Singapore style chicken rice. Have some chili. It's very delicious. Alright guys, chili. Chili, it's really, really nice, man. Whoa. That's so good. You guys might be wondering that my dog is here. Some people don't like their dogs being around when they eat, but I don't mind. That is so good. If you never tried chicken rice before, you gotta try it. And always have water. You don't have to have the chili, but I like it. Some people like it. Others might not. Alright, so all I'm gonna do is just the plop and drop method. Just get a little net like this, and we'll pour the amano shrimp into the net so that we don't get any of this bag water into the tank, because we don't want that. Oh wow. Alright, so we don't need the net. The shrimp are stuck in the bag, so I'm just gonna slide them into the tank. There they go. One more. There he goes. Now the last thing I need to do to finish this off is to put the cover back on. So this might not be the best cover because there are holes and your fish could jump through, but the beta is definitely not going to fit through this. The shrimp might, but I don't think so. Should be alright. Oh, if you're wondering how much the shrimp cost, they were $120 per shrimp. So that's all I have for you today. The amano shrimp are doing really well. The beta doesn't seem to be bothering them at all, so that's a really good thing. We'll keep checking in on this tank. If you're new to this channel, be sure to hit the red subscribe button down below so that you don't miss any of these videos and we can do that fish keeping thing together. And I will see you next time. It's still recording.